Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we are looking at the Terrifics, issue 4. This is part of the New Age of Heroes line, of course, and we start out right in the middle of some action. It's a little bit of a fast forward, foreshadowing if you will, but we learn something very important at the beginning of the book, and that's that Metomorpho and Plastic Man still hate each other. Other than that, the Phantom Girl is also now capable of changing her clothes and touching things. Mr. Terrific found a way to make things so that she could touch them and have them, so she has a journal, and we're seeing everything through her voice. A lot of dialogue boxes are actually caption boxes of her writing in her journal. Now, the heroes are in a T-sphere, and they're heading through space to go over to Phantom Girl's home planet. Thanks to one of the Green Lanterns, they were able to get a message there. And that's all done in speech and dialogue. We don't actually see that because it's, who cares? That's a waste of time. But the T-sphere is picked up by a vehicle that is scrounging for parts. You know, like a sort of, like a junker's vehicle. They're going around looking for scrap metal and things like that to sell. So they go out, and there's some silly jokes from Plastic Man that are actually, you know, silly enough to be his type of dad jokes. And they are attacked by a giant squid-like creature, which looks very similar to the old Star Wars Death Star toy, if you are old enough to remember that. If not, look it up. It looked pretty silly. The storytellers are Jeff Lemire and Doc Shaner, with colors by Nathan Fairbrain, I don't know. Tom Napolitano on letters, covered by Doc Shaner. I thought the art was pretty good. There were a few things that could use some work, but I definitely thought it was better than average. The story just kind of goes like that. They're in this trash ship, and they have to fight some bandits, and Phantom Girl actually does quite a bit in this one. Plastic Man's pretty funny, but they manage to get through all that and get to her home world, and there is a bittersweet sort of reunion with her people there. We learned some very tragic things. It was a happy ending overall, and it was a fun issue. I'm excited to read the next one. I really like this series quite a bit. It's like the Fantastic Four, but better, because the Fantastic Four hasn't been good in a very, very long time. So yeah, overall, I would say definitely pick it up. It's a great standalone issue. Everything you need to know is kind of filled in, and they're trying to resolve their connection to each other, which they're building up to that. They're starting something called the Element Quest next issue, and I thought this was a good standalone story that kind of resolves a few issues with Phantom Girl. And in the meantime, I'm excited to get the next issue. Hopefully it will continue to be this good, because this has been a great series so far, and I highly recommend checking it out. It's on my pull list, and I hope you consider putting it on yours, but give it a shot, see what you think. Until then, that'll do it for me. As always, thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. Please consider hitting like and subscribe, and we hope to see you on the next one.